talk show area. Okay.
Yeah. Let's do that. So you've made me an admin of the Kick, haven't you?
Yeah. Of the Kick.
Interesting. There's almost nothing that I can do.
Maybe it knows you can't be trusted.
Yep. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do.
Moderators. I've made you a moderator.
Cool.
I can make you a moderator, but I don't know how the option to make you a an admin. But the password and all that is in.
Cool.
Well,
No worries.
I'll just check, but it should be.
Yeah, there's not much admin tools here yet.
Yeah, Kick's at the top there.
So we're not going live on Twitch at all, though. So we're not going live on Twitch at all, though.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah, not at the moment. YouTube and Kick, mainly because there's been lots of hype around Kick. So let's jump on the hype train.
Whoop.
I mean, we've already got 3 likes for people that do Kick. Still says 0 viewers, which is interesting.
Hey, DJ. Hey, Darkest. How's it?
Hey, DJ, how's it going? Please retweet, like our retweet. You're still linking to Twitch on the button there, Lee.
What button?
When you tweet out about us going live.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can change that.
Boop, 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 boop. I know Noel needs to be a mod on Kick as well.
Oh,
there
really?
we go. 5 views. Hello, everyone. Is it all just us?
It's not me, I don't think.
Right. I can't hear any music.
Oh, I didn't press the button.
So we're just sitting in silence and staring at everything. The sound of silence.
It's not even playing the music, actually. What are those?
Oh, what was that?
Oh, just my... Do you know, I'm sure Unify have done something, though.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there
think
was an update which just reset, because my browser wasn't working recently. Yeah,
Ooh.
the virtual one's gone now. My word.
It's amazing, isn't it? Everything changes with updates.
There you go. The virtual one disappeared for no particular reason.
Gotta love it.
The music's actually about to stop because it's finishing. Oh, it's actually ready to go. So we get the music right at the end. Okay.
Yep, that's nice. So people know that we're here.
I love that. That's awesome. Why did virtual disappear, Mr. Unify?
Because
the two I use browser and virtual, both of them have disappeared yesterday. Ready when you are?
Okay. count me down, Mr. Producer Man.
This is the XboxCast.
Hello and welcome to Game Face. This is all the games that we've been playing in one easily digestible podcast. There's no bots here tonight. No one has written a script for us. It is all just us. We're your hosts, Carly and Simone, and we're going to put on our Game Face and talk about all the games we've been playing and the April Achievement Challenge that is coming up quick, fast, and in a hurry. And in fact, starts on Saturday.
Yes. Yes, I'm excited, Kyle. I'm glad you used your brain tonight.
Thank you. I try. I'm surprised there was a lack of excitement about the April Achievement Challenge there.
I was more excited about you not using a bot for your intro.
I was trying to think.
I mean, what do the patrons pay you for, Kyle?
They pay me for my quick wit and puns.
Exactly.
There's no quick wit and puns in an intro.
Kyle, you sneak some in and it's wonderful.
Sometimes I've got the brain power to do it. Mr. Lee, how are you doing?
I'm okay. I was just actually sorting you out because now Jim Bean's back to front. Beans is that's better.
Beans is being the beans.
I'm all right. I'm okay. It's Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
Yeah.
How many more days until you start your job?
Well, lots. So like another couple of weeks. I think it's 2 weeks today, isn't it?
Oh, nice. So
Yeah,
what are you
2 more
busy?
weeks.
What are you keeping yourself busy with? Hopefully you have a lot of game stories to tell us and it's not all just Harry Potter.
I've played another different game today,
Ooh,
but I have pretty
okay.
much completed most of Harry Potter though.
Okay.
Yeah. And I took dog for 3 walks and I cleaned the house. I did the lawns.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So being productive and being outside, touching lots of grass before
Lots
April.
of grass. It was blowing around everywhere.
You know, when they say touch grass, they don't mean go roll in it and put it down your shirt.
Oh, I put down my pants. It's way better.
This is news to me.
Yeah, it's been very chilled out, really. I went to Taupo actually on Sunday, which is quite
Oh, yeah?
interesting.
Oh, yeah?
Because I went to Estelle, went through Estelle, which is
Oh,
crazy.
how is it?
No, this is not good. Like, it's absolutely insane how bad it is, though.
Still.
Like there's gates to one of the Zeitland, which is one of the breweries there, and you kind of don't realize how high it was, but you know, like normal size buildings, like big kind of factory type buildings, it's like 2/3 of the way up the wall, basically. That's how
Jeez.
high the silt was, and they dug a hole.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's insane. There's still trucks and caravans and stuff in the middle of the fields, buried, half buried, destroyed. It's just nuts. It's been like, what, 5-6 weeks probably?
Yeah. So cleanup is going to take quite a while.
Yeah. And the road's not looking that great in parts. Not this end anyway. Like there's a bit of a lack of road in some bits.
Man, how did your Beamer handle it? The lack
It
of
was fine.
road.
No, it was okay actually. I went very slowly because I've got low profile tires as well, so I have to be careful not to go too quick. But
Oh, yes.
yeah, no, it was okay. But once you get past the initial kind of, I don't know, quite a few Ks, 30 Ks or so, it's okay. But yeah. And there's still places got no power. You see lots of generators and stuff kicking around still.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Man, that's ridiculous.
Yep. So it's good to get out of town for the day to go Taupo and run around and look at stuff.
Yeah. Did you take Barnes with you?
Took Barnes, yep.
Nice.
Road trip.
Get them on Taupo.
Exactly, yeah. They're way friendly with dogs. I went into a few shops with them and they were fine. They're like, come in, he's fine, come in.
Oh, nice.
There's like one place I went, there was actually cats in there. They were sat in there in the shop watching Barney as he kind of sniffed everything. Yeah, it's quite funny.
He must have just loved it.
Yes, yeah. He thought it was great. He was knackered. Like, he was funny. He was all very tired yesterday. Yeah, it's quite stimulating.
Yeah, I can imagine. Brand new place, lots of different smells, lots of new places to look at.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that was cool. It was a good day.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but yes, insane. Estelle was insane.
Yeah, did you take any photos?
No, you don't need to. There's lots online. There's tons of pictures online.
Yeah, but I mean, you could still take a photo and be like 6-week update.
6 week update. Yeah,
Yeah,
Has it only been 6 weeks?
I feel like it's been over a month, isn't it?
it has been.
Yes.
overtime.
Yeah, so I feel like it must be near 5 or 6 weeks. Must be near 6 weeks. It happened
Wow.
on Tuesday actually, so today would be the
Yeah.
week of
Payday.
turnover. So it could be the 6th week now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah. So,
Interesting.
and I was very tired yesterday because I haven't done a long drive for ages. And there's lots of concentrating. So yesterday I was tired. Like I went to bed at like
Nice.
10:30 last night. I was like, I'm done. I'm going to bed.
I like how that's an early night, 10:30.
I don't know enough for you.
That's 10:30. That's normal bedtime. That's
Oh, okay. Oh,
Everyone's got it.
that's a good hour before I normally go to bed.
Jeez, it's ridiculous. So you just disappeared yesterday because you were a bit tired.
Yeah, I think so.
Went
Yeah, I was
to
just
the
vegging out in
store,
front of the TV.
went
I wasn't kind of...
Yeah,
Played a bit
weren't
also.
ready to. Didn't want to be extra stimulated after the drive.
No, brain wasn't allowing it.
Oh, nice.
Brain wasn't interested.
And you got to take advantage of these days before you actually start work.
Yes, 2 weeks
Yep,
today.
you'll
yeah.
miss them.
Yes,
2 weeks.
That's right.
2 weeks. You know, you're going to be knackered your first week back because it's been a good month holiday.
Yes, I'm not sure what's going
Yeah.
to go on.
Yeah. The first week, you're just going to, on the weekend, just be like, leave me alone. I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, no, don't talk to me.
And Simone, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Feeling better than
and
last
Simone,
week. I
how are
can
you?
breathe. I'm pretty.
Oh, Lee's
Sorry.
playing the sound.
I was just making... I was making Darkest Stain a moderator.
That's all right. It just meant that you could hear me being
twice.
well twice.
Yes, twice as good.
That's how good you are.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, otherwise, I'm good. I'm not waking up with a sniffy nose. So,
I can.
recovered.
So were you having
relatively
trouble
quickly.
talking and stuff yesterday, last week before as well?
It was mostly breathing, actually. So, I never got a cough. It was just nose, just sinuses, and the worst, longest headache I've ever had.
Oh, no good. Okay.
Yeah, nuts. It actually started with a headache, and I thought, oh, maybe I didn't drink enough water, so I didn't take any meds that day and just drank heaps and still had the headache. So I knew it wasn't my fault. I felt good, validated at least in that sense, and then on with the pills. And Kyle can attest, I never take Panadol when I'm got a headache, so it was pretty bad.
Yep. Simone prefers to suffer rather than take any meds.
I take drugs and water.
It gives first. I must admit, it's not valiant or anything. It's simply because I don't really like swallowing tablets, and I forget. I just tend to suffer with it. So yeah, but then on the good side is I know if I'm getting better almost straight away. I don't have to test the waters by skipping pain meds and seeing if I'm all right, and then finding out I'm still sick. So.
I suppose that's true. You start feeling better quicker because you're not so dosed up.
No, I disagree. Nurofen great.
Well, okay, so those listening, when Kyle takes Panadol, he has to sleep. They make him sleepy.
Yep.
Now, this doesn't happen for most people. So when Kyle say he's all drugged up, he means he wants to nap constantly because of all the paracetamol he's taking.
Yep. You take 2 headache pills and man, it's time to have a nap.
Yeah. So yeah.
I think
We say
I think you need to take them
if
more
he-
often to get used to them because that's not very common.
That doesn't sound like a good excuse to be just taking headache pills.
to get used to them, get your body levels up, get the kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
Wake up in the morning, headache pills and Red Bull. Ah, there we go.
he can be naughty. You're only supposed to take them every 4 to 6 hours, and Kyle will take them within 3 hours.
Well,
Oh,
you
Kyle.
take some, you wake up, you take some more. I stand by
Anyway, regardless, I'm better, and I'm very excited to tell you what I've been playing.
that. Oh, that's exciting. But before we get to what we've been playing, we've got a very special competition coming up in April, our April Achievement Challenge. We even have a page on the website that is going to go live after this podcast where you can not only sign up, but there's going to be a nice dashboard where you can track yourself. We're still working on the dashboard side, so it's a bit rough still, but we just want to get it live and into your hands. It's got the rules, it's got a blurb, it's got all sorts of fun things on the page, and that's going to be on our website. So keep an eye out for that after the podcast. That's going to go live. It's going to be quite exciting. If you haven't signed up yet, what are you doing? You're letting your country down, quite literally, because we're all putting you into a country team. Isn't that
Yeah.
right?
That's right. That's right. In fact, we have had a new sign up from England.
Yes.
Because England was a team of one for a long time, and they whined, and no, they didn't. Team of one, oh, so sad. But now England is a team of two, so yeah, at least they've got a chance of beating Slovakia.
So it's Mark B. He also signed up as a patron as well.
Yes, he did. He did. And for those that don't know, if you're a patron, you will get some benefits towards the challenge, some free points if you're a patron, and if you're a server booster. Our Discord server boosters will also get some free points.
Yep. That's pretty good going. I mean, you pass $1, you get some free points. You get to rub it in everyone else's face.
Doesn't get you off the hook for walking though.
No, you still have to put those steps in. And today, Jester, did you see how many steps he gets a month?
Yeah, 800,000.
That is insane.
That's a lot.
The US is going to dominate us in steps.
Absolutely. And my company is moving offices this next month, and we're told we're working from home for up to 4 weeks. So I don't think Australia is going to do well in regards to steps next month.
I'm just hearing excuses now. That's all I'm hearing.
I will try my best. I'll try my best.
Okay, Lee, are you laying down the gauntlet? Are you going to take on Jester's step count?
I don't know if I can do 800,000 though. Maybe 300,000, 350 or something, but not.
Why don't you just strap your tracker to the dog?
To the dog, yeah. Get me a Fitbit.
Yep. Get him a Fitbit, get him to run around. You know, there's a good couple 10,000 steps there each time you throw the ball. Just get a Fitbit for each leg.
For his leg. And for his tail.
And on the tail.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the only way to beat Jester at the steps. But
yes, unless it's your full-time job. So one of there's two things we didn't mention in the roundup a couple of weeks ago. And that's that those that have participated in previous years, we used to have we still have a channel for the April Achievement Challenge. And you used to post a screenshot of your steps each day.
Yep.
That got a bit messy. So we've set up an email address, steps@thexboxcast.co.nz. And that's where you'll be sending your screenshot steps. And I will update the stats.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, and then the other thing is a rule we forgot to mention, because we have a lot of newbies. We have more newbies than we do returning participants.
Oh, that's exciting.
And now one of the rules we have implemented in the last couple of years is no console command games, no...
What?
What are the other similar type of games? No cheats.
No cheats. So,
and I know cheats is a real grey area for achievement hunters, but if you're unsure, ask. But also if you're unsure, you probably shouldn't be playing it.
yes, so basically the rules are no console commands. So any game where you pull down your console, you type in a command and boom, you get 1,000 gamer score. Yep, you can. If you play a game that has console commands, you need to then prove to us that you didn't do the console commands and get all the achievements all at once.
That's right. As Noel says, you have to put effort into it.
Yep. The next one is unlock mods. This was a contentious bone the last time with Surviving Mars, where you could get a mod that just unlocks all the achievements. Same thing. You didn't put any effort in. You didn't experience the game. Doesn't count. You can do it. You can claim those as your points. We will not be counting that when it comes down to it, and we may even penalize you. just to teach you a bit of a lesson there. And then
but actually that's very true. 1 year Kyle put in console commands and we kicked him out the competition.
Yeah, he did.
Kicked myself out.
Terrible.
Just saying, it has happened before.
Yep.
I think actually Carl kicked himself out rather than us kicking us.
He did, yeah.
And then the other rule is that if a game has Xbox Live achievements, it's eligible. So if you want to play Minecraft on Switch, if you want to play games on Windows, if it's popping Xbox achievements, it counts. You don't have to sit in front of your Xbox. You don't have to do xCloud. It can be any game with achievements. Minecraft on Switch is a great example.
Absolutely. And that message is specifically for those that don't have an Xbox, but still have PC. So I know you guys are playing Sea of Thieves on the weekend on your computers, and that's okay.
We're watching you. We see you.
That's right. And I know you've got Ark on PC. I think there's a PC version of Ark.
Yep.
Abzu is on PC.
Yeah,
No
you even
excuses.
get Solitaire on your phone.
That's
So-
right. And Sudoku.
Exactly.
Sudoku's
Gotta
great.
put it on your phone. So if you're unlocking achievements anywhere, as long as they're Xbox Live achievements, it counts.
That's
Make
right.
sure you guys sign up to True Achievements, though. That's how we're tracking everything. So we've got achievements. We're basically seeing who can get the most gamer score and achievements, who gets the best TA ratio, who does the most steps, and then your team score is an aggregate of your scores around the achievements, gamer score, TA ratio, and steps, plus all of those within your country.
So we will have an individual winner, and then we'll have a country winners.
Yes, we will. We'll have individual winners for each metric. We'll have a winner that excels across all of them, and then of course we have the country winner, the country that had the most people playing games, I suppose.
Yeah, and walking and ratio. So it's all together.
So if you want to hook up your treadmill to your Xbox, this is the perfect month to do it.
Yes.
You get to play games if you're walking. I mean, how good does that sound?
Or your dog to your Xbox. No, I don't know if that
Yes.
works. Okay.
I don't know if you can tie your dog to your Xbox. He might be better at games than you. And then
this is true. Well, we
Then
want to
you-
stack though, so I can play the PC version, you can play the Xbox version. I think it's probably better.
And what happens if he gets the achievements before you do? You'll feel a bit sad.
I'll have to ask him how he did it.
How did you figure out that
How did you
puzzle,
do
Barney?
that? Exactly.
You know Barney's trick is that he never paws.
Very good. Sorry, I realized I was doing the appreciative slow nod, but the audio listeners wouldn't have seen that. So it would have just been awkward silence. And Lee's trying to find his.
Oh, I found it. I found it. Don't worry. It's not far away. Don't worry.
Oh well. And with that exciting news around the April Achievement Challenge, let's get into what we've been playing this week. Simone has an exciting new game. Lee's been playing Hogwarts. What have I been playing? I've just been playing one other game.
Vampire Survivors.
Apart from Vampire Survivors. I spoke about it last week, so I'm not going to talk about it this week. But I'll jump in and get my game out the way.
Yep, go for it.
I've been playing, jump back into Naraka Blade Point because it's now season 7.
Oh,
Can you
wow.
believe it? And there's a Game Pass perk. So
Oh.
you can get perks. And then because it's season 7 and you're a Game Pass, you get perks within the game without having the Game Pass
Do you get perks of perks?
You do. You get perks for redeeming perks, from what I think.
Right.
So you get, now the new perk that they've given us is trialed outfits. You unlock an outfit, like a legendary outfit for a character, for 7 days. Which is a very sneaky way to make sure you spend money.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, they've gone and tweaked it again. Remember when it first came out, Xbox players, really easy. We were dominating. We were being great. They tweaked something, and Xbox players were now on a level playing field with the computer guys. And then they tweaked something again, and Xbox players were great again. And we were
Yes. Yep, I remember
gone
that.
back and tweaked things, and now computer guys are really strong. It's-
Okay. But
Yep.
I hear what you're saying, but how long has it been since you jumped in?
It's been a while, but in my defense, Naraka Blade Point is just a trigger. It's just right trigger to attack with the dual blades.
No, my love.
Smash, 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 smash.
Yeah.
There's dodging
Smash,
as well.
Sure.
No. Smash, smash, smash,
Smash,
smash,
smash, smash,
win.
smash, smash, smash.
See, smash, 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 win. No, you can't do the smash, smash, smash anymore.
That's why you pick up the dual blades.
Yes. I was playing with dual blades, but the
Yes.
people on PC now have learned how to block when you attack.
That
Drop
was
your
always a
dual
problem.
blades.
That was always a problem.
No, but now they block even better.
Oh, better blocking.
There was one guy who had a pole arm, and I got into 3 games with him somehow. And him with the pole arm was just insane. He would block every one of my attacks, and as soon as you drop the weapons, he just pokes you with the pole arm.
Smashes
Poke,
you,
poke,
yeah.
poke, and you die. And I'm like, heck, I was so convinced he was cheating until I watched him do that to just about everyone else.
So
The
what you're
pole
saying
arm's
is,
a good weapon. It's fast. which is
what I was going to
great.
say was, so you're not as good now because you've not advanced, you've not changed your attacking ways.
I have not changed my tactics, and maybe they've balanced the jaw blades since those were a bit OP'd, and now maybe the pole arms are OP'd. But when that one guy that has the super where he turns into the big guy with 4 arms and he can pick
he
you
was
up.
a nightmare. That guy.
This guy with the pole arm took him on and won. I watched it happen.
Ah, okay.
How? See?
How?
So confused.
Well, my love, you have some validation in the chat here. Chili Dogs has said that her husband is still playing Naraka and it's gotten hard again.
Well, there we go. Thank you. At least someone sees me.
So someone's not as good as Carl as well. Then is what we're saying.
Well,
What's interesting is Naraka was like game of the year last year for me, right? Because I could win.
oh. So don't jump in now. Wait until they tweak it again.
Yeah.
And it'll become nice and easy and you can win again. And it'll be game of the year again for you, I think.
And how?
Okay.
The most important question is, how is the music?
Oh, they've gotten rid of that. It's
Okay,
now
cool.
better.
All right, okay.
Oh, good.
So there's that. There's a lot more going on. Just for logging in, I had little red dots everywhere.
Oh,
It
that's
was
fun.
ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
They've definitely put a lot of quality of life tweaks on the game. And they're definitely they're polishing it up quite a lot.
Is
There's
it
a
the
couple
same
new
map
characters.
or is it a different map?
There's 2 maps at the moment, so I think they're still working on one more map.
Okay.
So there's that, but there's like 3 new characters now that you have to buy. They don't just come with you. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff. The season 7 is pretty funny because it's all cyberpunky. So all the rewards for season 7 is like all cyberpunk and like big laser goggles and cyber swords and all the rest.
It's a
And you look at it and
medieval
go,
fighting game, isn't it? How's that?
Yes, yes, it is 100% a medieval fighting ninja simulator, and now they've added laser swords.
Okay.
Fantastic.
It's amazing. But yeah, check out Naraka. It's going to be interesting, but don't forget to claim your Game Pass perks because they give you cool new outfits, and then having those perks unlocks extra perks in the game. So the game, when you log in, it says, you're a Game Pass member, here's some perks. And you have a whole bunch of those treasure chests to open.
I might have to jump in after this.
Yeah, jump in and claim, but don't play. That's my advice. That's my review of Naraka for this season. Jump in and claim, but don't play. Oh, no.
Top tip of the week.
Yes. I just can't believe it. The guy with the pole arm was able to take down the guy that went super with the big guy in his 4 arms.
It's about the dodging and the parry, the perfect parry or whatever.
Yeah, you got to do the parry. But this guy, he can pick you up from halfway across the map, and then he just throws you, and it's almost instant death. But no, this guy just descended from the heavens with his pole arm, poke, 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 and then the guy died. And if I was that person using my super, and someone poked me with a stick until I died, I would be very angry.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm a giant dude with 4 arms. How can you just poke me with this little stick? It's like a toothpick.
Yep.
It's like an Achilles heel.
Yes. Lots of poking with a toothpick will kill anyone. So that's my game. That's Naraka. That's all I wanted to rant about. Pole arms are annoying and the game has gotten harder.
Did you
again.
try using pole arms to attack?
No, I switched to nunchucks.
You had to think about it. Oh, you went for something closer to your body.
Yes. I like nunchucks because you just swish, swish, swish and bash people on the head.
Yep. He likes the fast weapons.
Yes.
Oh, I know, because that's how I used to play as well. But
He's like those players you'd play against as a kid when you were playing Tekken, where they
Yep,
just
or
smash
Street
the
Fighter.
same button
Yep.
and you'd never be able to get up.
Yep.
He's that player.
Yep.
So
That's how we play.
advice is to get a pole arm.
Yeah, so pole arm is the new thing this season.
Okay.
It's the must-have accessory.
The must-have accessory to go over your laser glasses.
Yes, you get a laser pole arm. Although I'd like to see the laser version of the pole arm, the cyberpunk version. It'll be quite funny.
It should be a lightsaber. That's what they should do.
Wow. You think, because swords is pretty cyberpunk, and, dual blades could be cyberpunk, nunchucks could be pretty cyberpunk. You get a pole arm. It's just a knife on a stick. How cyberpunk can that be?
Isn't it a spear that they're using?
Yeah, there's one like that, and then there's also one that almost looks like an axe on a long pole. So like a what do they call them? Bodishas or something?
No,
Okay.
I thought it
And
was
is that just a skin?
Halberg, isn't something in it?
Don't ask me. I don't know my medieval weapons. It's like it's like an axe on the end of a long
Yeah, I
stick.
think it's called a Halberg.
Oh yeah,
Or
I
something
know
like
them
that.
from Diablo. Diablo called them Bodishas or something. But yes,
Okay. Chat says halberd.
oh, there we go.
Beard.
Yeah, Halberg.
Beard.
Yeah, it's an axe on a long stick. There you go.
Axe on a long stick. That's the one that the guy was using.
Ah, okay.
And suddenly just death happens. You see him and he pokes you with his long stick and you die. It's nonsense. I
Okay.
don't think that's it.
I feel you, Carl. I
Yeah,
feel you.
We're feeling your pain.
But now it's time to move on.
Yeah, we need
Okay.
to.
All right. So tell us, Mr. Lee, how's Hogwarts going?
Okay. So I completed. Did I complete the game last week?
You said you were close.
Yeah, you said you were close.
Okay, so I completed the final
I was
boss.
listening.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Oh, you were in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, did the final boss guy. Did the last few missions. It's very good. It's fun. I can't say anything about the last mission though, because it's a surprise. Spoilers. But yeah, it's a like multi-part mission. You kind of do one bit and then you get health down a little bit. You get the next bit, and then there's a big, nice, long cutscene at the end. You're amazing. Everyone cheers. All that sort of cool stuff. Yeah, and then it dumps you back into the world again. So I've managed to do all the side missions now. Yesterday I actually finished all the side missions.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, which was fun because there was a bunch of map. I kept picking maps up, so I decided to leave them till the end, and then you kind of follow the steps. You have to play. One of them is to play the Hogwarts or the Harry Potter music with some bells.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's quite cool. So that's kind of a nice little touch. I've been breeding animals. I think
yes, I heard about that.
6 animals now out of 10.
Ooh,
Cool.
okay.
I've got.
Is it difficult?
You've got to find the male and female version, obviously, and that's sometimes a bit difficult. Sometimes a bit of a pain to find both of them, but it's not really difficult. It's just a bit of a pain. You have to go to somewhere because they pop up on the map, and then you just go and grab one of male and female, and then go back to your place, the room requirement. Throw them in a pen. Stuff happens. Half an hour later, you get babies.
Half an hour later. That's
Half
pretty
an hour is
good.
all it takes.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What else have I been doing? Yeah, and I've got capture. I've basically done all the there's challenges. I've done all the challenges except the final one, which is now the breeding stuff.
So, are you going to 100% the game?
I'm gonna be close. Yeah, I'm gonna try. There's nothing I can't do. It's just time.
Yeah.
Because even those challenges which you've done, then there's still like get all the chests.
Right.
Because there's kind of like there's stuff inside which isn't like it's weird how they do it, but you kind of have challenges which are very obvious because you get little rewards for doing them, and then they have all this other stuff you've got to collect anyway, which isn't as obvious. You're still going to find all the different chests everywhere, and all the stupid these guidebooks that you find, these pages, but you've got to scan everywhere to find them, and they're not really obvious where they are. So that stuff is a bit annoying. Well, I've got five more to find in Hogsmeade. Don't know where they are. So I'm going to have to... There's supposed to be a spreadsheet out there which will tell you, so you can kind of go by and just see, okay, you can kind of compare your list that you've got. So you get a little reward each time you find them, so you can compare and see what you're missing. So I might have to do that at some point just to tidy it up. But then you've got to play the games 3 more times to a certain point, because you go to each of the common rooms or 4 common rooms. And the only way you can do that is by starting the game, choosing another type of house, then going as far in the story till you get to the common room, then it pings, then you jump out and then do the next one. So I've got to do that as well.
Right.
Which is, and I get another time thing rather than anything else.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's cool. It's a cool game. It's a really good game. 77 hours or something put into it, so it's not
That's
too bad.
pretty great.
Yeah.
So you keep mentioning Hogmeades.
Hogmeade
What
is
is
a little village. It's a village with all the shops.
That's where Harry Potter gets his wand in Hogmeade.
Well, not really, but yes. Because in the story, it's actually in Bygone Alley, I think it's called, which is in London, behind like a kind of like a pebbled wall or something. They kind of there's a magical wall, and you walk through it, and you end up in there. But in here, they put it in Hogsmeade. They made it slightly different, so you have all the shops in one place rather than have to go back to London each time for the shops. Because it has all the different, like the one shop and the potion shop and stuff there, which would normally be in London, but they kind of moved it to Hogsmeade.
Okay.
Yeah. So a slight tweak on the story, how it was.
But this is set before Harry Potter's a thing, hey?
Yeah, but the way you look at it in the movie, it looks like it's been there for hundreds of years anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit easier than trying to have... Because it's kind of cool having Hogsmeade there, because you can just travel to it. You don't have to do fast travel. It's kind of like a cool... You can just go on an adventure and just go and find all the stuff there.
Is it Hogsmeade or Hogmeads?
Hogsmeade, I believe.
Okay. You keep saying Hogmeads.
Hogsmeade? Hogmeads. No, it's Hogsmeade.
Oh, I thought so.
Yeah. Because then it kind of links, because everything they like the Enchanted Forest, the Dark Forest, whatever it's called, is near it as well. So there's a whole bunch of stuff near it, which you kind of go to as well. So,
Okay.
yeah. And this massive map that they've got there, we can travel around in. It's good. It's very good. It's fun. There's not much to add really. I think it's kind of cool, and I've enjoyed doing it. It's been a good little journey. It's kind of quite chilled now as well, because you just have to go there and just find. Like I spent a whole bunch of time going to each area to find these stupid landing pads, which don't show up unless you're really next to them, and you do the reveal spell. But you just kind of go. You know where they are because it tells you if you zoom out far enough on the map. It tells you if you're missing stuff in that area. And I could see I was missing one landing pad in this area, and it took me like 20 minutes. I had to go to all the different areas and just scan, or just kind of make sure I wasn't missing stuff and go through it all. So yeah, you do know what you're missing, which is handy. You just don't know obviously where. You just got to go right. I know it's here somewhere, and then just scan the whole area looking for stuff.
Okay.
Same for chests and anything else. It all shows up on the map is missing, but you just don't know where.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So it's kind of nice in that respect, because a lot of time you don't know you're missing stuff or where it is. Not even got a clue. It's just somewhere out there. But at least it gives you like an area you can look around in. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So the more you talk about this game, the more it sounds really good. But knowing nothing about Hogwarts or Harry Potter, I still want to play it.
Doesn't matter.
Are you sure? I feel like I've played it now.
Oh. But you look at the character creator, it looks really good.
But apart from that,
But everyone gets their own special wand, and
Yep.
now you're breeding creatures.
Yep.
Do you actually have to fight anyone in this game, or can you just make a character and breed creatures and build wands? And get cool whipping hats?
Actually, you probably could. I don't know if you could level up. You probably could. Some of the story obviously sits behind you fighting stuff. But you do get to be invisible. So in theory, you could sneak around and just
Okay.
do like a make everyone... what do they call it now? But basically you freeze everybody. So you'd have to fight them. You just walk up behind them and freeze them and then keep going.
Okay.
So you could do
Is there an
freeze.
achievement for like a pacifist run?
No.
probably not.
No. There's an achievement for completing the game, so if you can do it all without beating everything up. But they do get achievements for... Actually, no, you can't do it because you've got to kill spiders, you've got to kill the trolls, you've got to kill goblins, you've got to kill dark knights to get the achievements. There's an achievement for doing all the challenges, so you have to do lots of killing in that respect.
Okay.
Yeah, so no,
Okay,
you
so there's-
can't. I know you
you
could
can't
sneak
get past
around. I guess you could sneak around in theory and pacify them all.
But
But-
do you still get the achievement if you pacify them if you don't
Yeah,
attack?
you're still taking them out, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I don't know if I work with the spiders. The spiders are a bit sneaky because they kind of burrow underneath and pop up everywhere, so they kind of know that you're there.
How big are you talking about when you say spiders? Like,
Oh,
are they the size of you, or are they?
huge. Some of them are massive. Like the mother spiders are huge.
Hmm.
Yeah, kind of think Hobbit sort of size. No, they're huge.
I guess, okay, hobbit sort of size.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're comparing it to the spiders in Grounded, they're not that big.
No, they're not that big. No, but
Okay.
they're definitely bigger than person. Big.
Dog sized.
No.
Big dog sized.
No.
Saint Bernard sized.
No, bigger. No, they're
Small pony
massive. They're
size.
like no,
Great
probably,
Dane sized.
But don't forget the spiders, so they're not really that tall. They're kind of tall and big. Like they're just big.
Like a hobbit.
Like no, the spiders from the Hobbit. No, Shelob from the Hobbit. She was a big spider. That
Oh,
sort of
right.
size.
Oh, you said not like Shelob.
No, like Shelob. No, like from the Hobbit. I said no, so Shelob. Yeah.
Right.
So she was a big ass spider, wasn't she?
Right, but not like her.
That her size, yes, around her sort of size, like big.
Okay. So
Oh, okay.
it's like size of a man.
Yeah, but spiders aren't tall, are they? They're wide. So they they take up quite a bit of space. So you can go tall, wide. Yeah, that's the size of hand, but then they're a spider, so
Yeah, so they are like car sized.
probably car size. Yeah, probably.
Okay, so the size of 2 small donkeys next to each other.
Okay, yes. They are big and they hurt and they take some killing. And there is battle areas as well, battle arenas in there, which you have to complete too. And there's 5 waves, and it starts off with like full wolves and a few bits and pieces, and it kind of gets worse or more busy as you're going through. And you're in basically in a kind of an arena area, so you can't get out.
Okay.
They're chaos. They're a bit chaotic. The first couple of goes I had, those I just died horribly on the 3rd or 4th go. Or the 3rd or 4th wave. But by the time I got to the end, when I was like level 38, I could survive. My God. Yes. I could survive and do it. So I'm just laughing at someone said, what size car? Just leave it alone, okay? Just walk away from the spider conversation.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so there is no, you have to fight. So you have to do fighting to complete the game. There's no sneaking around in an arena.
So it's not like Thief cross Harry Potter. It's just wizards must kill.
It kind of is, but if you do the multiplayer in Thief or something, I'm sure you have to fight people, don't you? Or do sneaking
I
around
don't
fighting.
think Thief has multiplayer.
Okay.
Do you think Harry Potter's going to get multiplayer?
It would be fun. It would be fun. But I don't
Battle
know
Royale?
if I could do it. Battle Royale, Harry Potter. Be amazing, yes.
Or just a Quidditch spin-off?
They need Quidditch, yes.
Oh yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah.
How would you? It's difficult to play sports game in 3D space, and that's probably why they never made an Ender's Game. Actually,
Yeah, because
it would be like Starfighter, actually, but you don't have any thrusters. So, sorry, I was thinking about Ender's Game. You would have a broom if you were playing as
Yes.
Mr. Harry Zoomy Witchy Boy.
Would it be like Rocket League? I guess a little bit, but there's more flying involved.
Yeah, you'd leave the ground and be able to continue leaving the ground.
Yeah.
On purpose.
But actually, the broom control I found quite difficult for some reason. There's a bunch of races you do in the broom.
Okay.
And the controls are weird because it's up and down, which is fine. But then if you go left and right on the one thumb, it changes the camera angle rather than making you turn angle. So you go, and then the camera turns. Then you go, I need to turn right, and then you kind of go, and then you're just moving the camera around, and then you get confused. I don't know if it was me, but I was quite confused, especially when you hit a boost, because you have to hit the boost to win. So you end up boosting and then adjusting the camera, which you don't want to do. You want to move left, so it just goes bad. It took me a few goes each time to win the races.
Who were you racing against?
Oh, other wizards. There's a competition. Some cocky girl initially. She was like, I can beat everybody. And then you beat her once. And then she goes, okay. Well, yeah, but you can't beat me on this one. And then you beat her again. So it was that sort of,
Okay.
And by the end of it, she's like, you're actually quite good. She's like, thanks.
So in between saving the world, you're like, I could do with a bit of a broom race.
Yes, exactly, yeah. There's also another game where you have to move these boulders towards you. And it's like a reverse when you roll a ball into like an area and get 50 points to one place, 40 points somewhere else, 30 and 20. But you pull the ball towards you using a spell. So you have to flick it and then let it go at the right time so it bounces and then stops. And you want to beat the person but get more points than them. So
Okay, so like golf, but from the opposite direction.
no, more like if you're in a what do you call it? If you're in a fair and you throw a ball and you want to hit a certain spot and the ball doesn't move.
Balls.
Well, not bowls, because bowls you don't get points for being at the back, do you? But if you throw, so it's probably you're throwing a hoop in a fair, and you've got to get it around something to get points.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Like the bottle thing.
Like the bottle thing, yeah. But this is the reverse. You pull the stuff towards you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's sat there, you're trying to pull this thing towards you, so you've got to judge how much power to give it from your spell.
How is that different from golf, if I'm the hole?
No, 'cause you're not finding a hole, you're trying to get spots on an area. It's more of a points thing. So you got three balls, maybe? So if you try and get 350 spaces, is the idea. Or knock the other person's one out of the way to stop them getting points. So you've got to get more points than the person.
When I'm playing golf with your friends, I am hitting people's balls out the way so that I can... Okay, I think I understand, yeah.
Yeah. So what they do is as you're going forward, you get different... Like there's one point they put in these like these barriers, which you get 100 points for putting the ball on top of the barrier. And of course, the person you're playing against does every single one on top. So what you got to do is knock into theirs, knock it off, and then get your ball to stop behind it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it takes you a few goes to kind of get the timing right, so you can smack all of theirs, make sure yours stays where it is, get the 100 points, and then smack them onto the floor or something. And then they added these whirlwind things, which your ball hits and gets flicked off. But if you hit it in the right spot, you can kind of get it through the gap, so you're trying to mess around. And then, of course, your buddy you're playing against hits your ball into whirlwind or, Yeah. So there's like 4 or 5 different levels that you play on that. Each one getting slightly harder. They add more difficulty, more stuff into it as you're playing. So that's quite cool.
Okay.
So how big are these ball things that you're pulling towards yourself?
Oh, they're decent size. Like they're not, they're bigger than a football. They're like a big stone thing, that you're moving.
Like a big boulder thing that you're pulling towards yourself.
Yeah. But they're kind of square, so they don't really roll. They bounce, and then they kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it possible to whack it into your opponent?
In the opponent's ball, not person though. You can't hit your person with it because you can't.
Oh,
you
that's
can't. No,
dumb.
we're not into violence.
We're not.
Everything else that moves.
That's right. Well, Carl wants to go through a pacifist run,
There you go. So.
and he's like, we don't want to hit people with these massive balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because you can't really pick them up. They only roll, and you're on a platform, so there's actually a big gap, so you can't hurt each other. I mean, they must do it on purpose.
What happened to
for
Murder
people
March is all I'm saying.
I killed quite a few dark wizards and spiders, so it's fine.
Well done, you. Well done. But when it comes to the sports, no, we play nice.
No contact sport.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, we're being quite nerdy here.
Well, it's Harry Potter.
That
It
is
is.
a fair point.
Yeah, it's a good story, though.
is.
It's a fun story. And it kind of keeps
Okay.
going. And there's like 3 or 4 different stories going on as well, the side stories, which you have to complete for the achievement. And some of them are quite interesting. Like there's quite an interesting story with Sebastian. He's quite a good story. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Cool.
good fun.
Yeah, sounds like it. I just look at the character creator and I keep going, oh, it looks so good.
Because my guy looks like me. It's quite fun.
Like a teenage
Like a young
version
version of
me,
me.
except naughtier.
And there's some really cool outfits out there
does.
as well. There's some really good outfits out there.
He looks like a brat. He looks like that kid from Voyage of the Dawn Treader. The really naughty looking cousin,
Ah, okay.
Yes. Eustace.
Eustace. And what a horrible name as well.
Eustace.
You should
Eustace.
have called your wizard Eustace.
Yeah.
I went for Winston, actually.
It's not bad. Very British.
Yes. It was on a Harry Potter website. You can make random Harry Potter names. And I flicked through to come up with
What do they just troll through the British registry of names?
Pretty much, yeah. Winston Vixen, I'm called, which is funny.
Oh, that's so
Vixen,
funny.
that's cute.
Vixen, yeah.
Um,
It's cool. Play it. Just play it.
Yep. But before we play it, we got to get to Simone and find out what she's been playing.
Okay, so where to start? I forgot that over the Christmas holiday I started 2 new games,
Ooh.
which has worked in my favor because I haven't played much lately. So now I'm pulling from the backlog, which I think I said last episode I was on.
Yes, you did.
However, I made progress, so I've got things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you know about Yakuza Like a Dragon?
I know it's quite good. I did see you playing that, actually, but I do know it's pretty good.
Do you know what it's about? And have you played a Yakuza
no, I
game
just
before?
remember there's a baby in it. There's a baby mode.
Men dressed as babies.
Remember that? We saw the trailer for it that time, Carl.
Yep, that's all we know about
That's
it.
all we know. We just laughed because we saw that trailer, and then that was it.
And yeah, we loved it. We were like, this is great.
That's cool. I haven't come across him yet. It's a 100-hour game,
It's a
which
beast.
which should have deterred me, but it didn't because YOLO. I've given up on finishing games, and so I meant
How is it
it.
going for you? Enjoying it? Just getting into games and playing them?
Yeah, I am. It's interesting. I'm pickier about what I want to play now. Now I sit and think, what do I feel like playing, instead of what should I play. And if I may divert slightly, I would be playing more Witcher 3 with the new update. But the new update, he runs weird.
Ah.
Lee, look at me.
I'm looking at you.
He runs like Shrek now.
Ah.
And I can't unsee it.
Did someone tell you he runs like Shrek? You were like, he runs a bit weird. Then someone said he runs like Shrek, and then you're like, oh no, you broke me. Is that how?
No, I haven't. I haven't read or listened to anybody. No one I know has actually played it. But I played it for half an hour after the update, and I'm running around, relearning the controls.
Of course,
and
because it's Witcher.
Running. That's right. And running was one of them. And he's got this really heavy upper body and small legs, and he runs like his arms. He runs as his arms don't touch his torso. And there's a little bit of a sway from left to right. And now I'm telling you, when you get a chance, jump into The Witcher and run around for a little bit, and I've ruined the game for you.
So this is funny. There's a Reddit post here. Does anyone else think jogs like Shrek? Something about his jogging animation and his upper body
I'm
makes him look a bit-
validated.
So it's 2018 though. This was pre-update.
Oh, okay. Okay. Perhaps I just didn't notice before, and there's something about the new update that's just made it more pronounced, or now the graphics are better so I can see.
New glasses.
Oh, so yeah. What do you jump in and what do you guys think? And
I'm erasing it
Yeah.
from my mind. He does not run like Shrek at all.
I'm sorry I've ruined the whole game for you now. Anyway, so that was by the wayside. So I would have been playing more Witcher, but I'm not in a Shrek mood, so I've been playing Yakuza. So I am actually no, I don't know how many hours in I am. This game is so much fun. I'm telling you now, this game has so far the best story I've ever played.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
so let me give you the synopsis. I think I'm less than 10 hours in, but not far off 10.
Okay.
You play as this youngster. He's 18, 19 at the time. He comes from a pretty rough upbringing, single mother who paid the bills working as a prostitute. Now he becomes part of the Yakuza and basically dedicates his life to working for the one clan there. His name is Ichiban. Do you guys know what that means in Japanese?
Itchy bum.
Ichiban with an N.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to say, do you know what an itchy bum is?
That's so funny.
No, do not know what that means.
It's Japanese for number one.
Ah, it's
So it's a bit of a tease because it's quite a cheesy name.
Yep.
But this guy's got a bit of a screw loose. He's always happy, always upbeat. He's the most extremely loyal person you'll ever find. And while he's not rising the ranks in the Yakuza, he does have an opportunity to prove his loyalty at one point. Now, the boss of the Yakuza, he idolizes this guy. Absolutely, like nothing you've ever seen. It's incredible. And one of his colleagues kills somebody important, and they ask Ichiban to take the blame.
Oh, yep.
And so he does. It's an opportunity to show his complete loyalty. And he gets chucked in prison. And he confesses to the murder, even though it wasn't him. And he gets chucked in prison for 18 years.
What?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Now he's back. He's 40-ish something years old. He doesn't know how smartphones work. The whole politics of the city have changed. So his tribe, his Yakuza gang doesn't actually exist anymore. And the big hoo-ha is that his boss has become part of a rival gang now. And the police officer friend that he chats to early on explains that it was necessary to stay alive. But he's confused. He doesn't understand. I mean, he's a complete loyalist to this gang that doesn't exist anymore. And he gets the opportunity to come face to face with his former boss, expecting a happy welcome, because for all we know, right up until he got chucked into jail, these guys were real close, and they trusted each other. So he comes face to face, and terrible timing. This guy he's got no tact, this man, but he's like a very ambitious puppy dog is the best way to describe him. He comes face to face with his former boss during a very important dinner. And his boss stands up and he says, no, it's okay. Don't arrest him or anything, because he did just barge in. And he says he doesn't explain anything, even though Ichiban has all these questions. And the boss stands up and he says, "I'm sorry, Ichiban," and he shoots him.
Oof.
In the chest.
That's a bit rough.
It is a bit rough. So now this guy's world has come crashing down. He's been out of jail for 24 hours. His life's purpose is dissolved into nothing. And interestingly, he gets shot in the shoulder and dumped outside the city. And a homeless man who used to be a nurse nurses him back to health. So now you're playing as Ichiban, who is literally homeless, starting at the bottom of the bottom, and you RPG your way up, essentially.
Okay.
So what's interesting is the story is relatively serious, despite the fact that Ichiban is a bit of a maniac. And there's enough seriousness in it that when something real wacky comes along, I am always surprised. So the humor doesn't ever fade, which is pretty cool. So yeah, at the moment I'm learning how to... There's lots of mini games, and it looks as if as you progress through the levels, more mini games become available. I have a special ability that allows, now that I've met homeless people, I have the special ability to walk up to vending machines, look under them, and see if there's money. Not everyone can do this, Lee. But I have this ability to check for money.
That's amazing.
And one of the other mini games is you ride around on a bicycle with a cart behind you, and you pick up recycling and you sell them for 10 cents each. But you see there are other homeless people also gathering recycling. And if they smash into you, they steal all of yours. But if you smash into them, you steal all of theirs. So yeah. So I'm at a point now where my buddy and I, my homeless buddy and I, have decided we don't want to be homeless anymore. So they go to essentially the Japanese version of WINS, which is called Hello Work.
Oh, that's funny.
And they're getting bits and pieces of jobs. And they now have a roof over their head. And things are starting to look up.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm so confused by what's going on in that game, though. It's just a random mechanic.
It's pretty wacky. The fights are quite interesting. They're turn-based, but the enemies will move around quite a bit. So if I decide to target the person in the back, when I hit attack, if there's a guy that's kind of a baddie that's closer to me and in my way, he will stop me from running to the guy in the back, and he'll hit me.
Okay.
Out of turn, if you like, if that makes sense.
It's like D&D, isn't it? When you move past somebody, you get a strike opportunity or attack opportunity.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And everyone's got their special moves that they do. Like the homeless guy, he has...
throwing cans at each other. Is that basically how you're fighting at the moment?
Better. This homeless guy has an ability called Pigeon Fury, and he grabs crumbs out of his pocket, opens his palm and blows it at the enemy, and then all these pigeons just come and attack.
That's amazing.
This guy. It's great.
That sounds ridiculous.
It's good fun, and Ichiban is like, he's coming into his own now. So he's a big fan of RPGs. He loves Dragon Quest. And every time we encounter these bad guys, he obviously gets bored about who they're fighting. He imagines he's like in this
He's in the movie.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so he imagines what these guys look like. So you'll encounter 3 guys. Usually they're called Yakuza plebs or something. And then he'll reimagine them as someone else. So you'll actually see them do like a little transformation. And the last fight I had, 2 of the guys turned into fat Asian tourists in budgie smugglers.
Okay.
And then you fight them.
Oh, that's incredible.
I know, right?
Wow.
And I'm level 10 now, and I believe you're either level 70 or level 100 is the max. And it looks as if through the story, they keep introducing new things about how the game works. I've just unlocked a Pokédex for enemies. And you meet this professor guy,
Oh,
and he's like, you don't have to do anything. You just need to hit them. And what is it called? It's a half a Japanese name with dex at the end. You just have to hit them, and it will record their data, like what kind of type they are
Okay.
and what they're immune to.
It's like Top Trumps.
That's right. Like Pokemon collecting.
Like Pokemon collecting, yeah.
And they don't even hide it. The professor says things like, you got to catch them all. And then you'll be the master, he says.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's incredible.
I just don't care.
So yeah, it's so much fun. And I love the story. This guy's an idiot, but he's not a goofball. And I think it's because he's so passionate about what he believes in. He wants to be a good guy, do things by the book. He's very, very zealous. And it's just really fun. And he's so serious about everything. But yeah, zealous is the word that I'd use.
That's a good word.
That sounds ridiculous.
It does, but
How are you supposed to take this game seriously at all?
You're not.
well, I keep forgetting that you're not supposed to take it seriously
Those people
because
dressed as
most of the
babies.
story feels serious.
Remember the trailer for it, Carl? With the
Yes, no, the
babies.
trailer's insane.
See, well, that's interesting because I remember watching the trailer, and the game's not as wacky as the trailer is.
Well, not
Everything
yet.
in the trailer's real,
Yeah.
but it's spread out.
Spread out over the whole game, yeah.
That's right. So yeah, I keep forgetting that it's not a serious game, and then something comes up, and it's incredible because the characters are serious. His homeless friend is a serious guy. The cop friend is a serious guy. You know, they don't go around making jokes. It's not slapstick.
Interesting.
It's perfect. It's so
It's
unique.
like it's like it's taking the mickey out of itself, isn't it, when it's playing it?
It is.
Like it's looking from the
It
outside
is.
in almost, rather than being funny. It's just taking bits of silly things in almost, but like on the outside. Yeah.
That's right. Unapologetic as well
Yeah.
about it. Not cheeky on the nose. Like they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, like Pokemon decks. Yeah.
Like Pokemon decks.
Bad guy decks.
That's right.
Oh, that's so funny.
So yeah, that's
I've got a
where I'm
question.
up to.
So what's the music like and the audio and stuff, like the graphics? They were pretty good. As I know, it's a pretty
Graphics-
reasonably modern game, isn't it? Came out a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that's right. Graphics are pretty good. When did it get released? 2020.
Okay, there you go. 3 years.
Graphics are great. There's a lot of cutscenes. This is not a game that you start up when you only have 20 minutes to play.
Right. Yeah.
At least until level 10, a lot of the game is just movie. A lot of the game is just cutscene after cutscene, and you can spend 15 minutes not having played. You've put your controller down, the battery's gone off for the time being because you're just watching.
Wow, it's just an anime.
I remember.
Basically.
Every time I came in while you were playing this over December, you were just sitting watching and things were just happening around you.
That's
And I
right.
was like, are you having fun? You go, I'm loving it.
I think that's because the story's so good. Because you spend most of your 10 hours watching a movie.
It's
And so,
amazing.
yeah, you get a good sense of the story because it's in your face. You don't have to read anything like Final Fantasy.
That makes a difference, I think.
It does, but it didn't work for me with not Control. What is that other game that they make? The one with Sean Astin?
Quantum Break.
Say again?
Quantum Break?
Quantum Break. Quantum Break had bits of movie in it.
Yeah.
But
Quantum Break, did you ever sit through the half-hour episodes?
yeah, I did, because they're mandatory.
Are they? Interesting.
I think so. But yeah, I did. But I didn't care. Maybe. Yeah. So that's an example of a game that has movie bits in it,
Yep.
but it didn't catch me like Yakuza.
Yeah, but that was kind of weird live action movie, wasn't it?
It was. It was. Yeah. Who knows?
Interesting. Well, Yakuza, I think, is just wacky enough to keep you around.
That's the thing. It's not wacky. It's not slapstick.
Until you start fighting someone and they're Japanese, like they're huge tourists and budgie smugglers.
Yeah, okay. It has its moments. One of the moves that they can do is they can call for backup. And if it's their turn, they'll turn around and they'll yell, such and such has called for backup. And sometimes it's a fail. Sometimes backup will arrive, and other times it'll be like no one answered. And he's just sad. And then you whack him into oblivion.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
It's like a fantastic game.
It is good fun. It's good fun.
Oh, that's amazing. You're making me want to play it.
You should. You should, and then I'll get the story twice and not forget it.
You love
But-
Japanese games as well, so it's perfect for you.
I do, or Carl does.
Carl does. Carl does.
Yeah, you don't look cool. You have I don't know, like the first thing you did when you get out of prison is go to a barber, and I can't remember why, but you end up getting this really weird perm,
Yeah, it's hilarious.
and these characters keep referencing his hair. They're like, "Oh, I've heard about you. You're that ex-Yakuza guy with the weird hair." And he's like, "Stop mentioning the hair." So yeah, I mean, it's not Japanese cool looking. You don't upgrade your armor. You'll always look the same. You have Japanese, so you have the RPG items. Your weapons will change. So I've gone from having an umbrella as the homeless guy to maybe, oh no, it was it was the police. He went from having a beige baton to having a metallic looking baton. But your clothes don't seem to change from what I can tell.
Okay.
So you'll miss that part, Kyle.
Yeah, I'll miss it. But the story sounds just Japanese and wacky enough.
Yeah, it is good. It is good. He's just so serious though. That's why I can't use the word wacky.
Because he's too serious. Even though
He's-
everything around him is completely insane.
Yes, perhaps. But I'm still going to say I think the game is more serious than it is not serious. Okay?
No, fair enough.
Yep.
Sounds interesting. He just
Excellent.
nods
No, I got nothing to
sagely.
add in that sense. Strangely, thanks.
So,
awesome.
Mr. Lee, do you have anything else on your list of games played?
Actually, I do. I did another review.
Oh. What a surprise.
Why say that? Actually, I did a review. We got published yesterday, day before.
Oh, nice.
27th.
Are we going to sit down and crowd around and listen to Lee read the review?
Let's do that. Yes,
Nice.
I'll do a quick skim. Cool. On my Netizen NZ website that I've started writing for, which is quite cool. It's for the guys. It's called.
Or the guys.
The guys. Yes, as in
Guys spelt.
GUISE. Guys.
Yes, not in guys and like as in Saturdays are for the boys.
Well, is it a purposeful play on words?
I I don't know really, because what does guise mean though? Doesn't guise mean pretend to be dressed as someone else almost? Okay, disguise.
That's right.
Disguise.
External form, appearance, manner of presentation, typically concealing the true nature of something. Yeah, okay. So you're playing a boy who's been changed into a monster. So that's where the guise comes into it, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So monster-looking.
Monster-looking guys. So it's a Metrovania side-scrolling thing. It's a Ratalaka or Ratalaki game, what we call them. You know, the easy 1,000-point games.
Yep, the ones that you start up the game and get instant achievements.
Yeah, but not quite with this one. But yes, you kind of do-ish. So yeah, it's kind of a cool game. I was quite impressed with this game when it started up. I was expecting not a lot. When I found out it was a Ratalaka, I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be really bad. That's what I expected. And it started up, and actually, it's kind of cool. Like, I really like the graphics. It's got a really interesting kind of look to it. It was all very dark and moody, and there's like thunder and lightning. The music's really kind of cool, and there's like a really cool piano playing all over it. It's like and I looked into it, and the guy who's made other games, and he does music as well. And you can kind of tell that he does music because it stands out, the music. Like the sound effects are average, but the actual music is kind of cool.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I was playing the game going, this is really cool. And then I went and did some research for writing the article and went, actually, this guy does music. I was like, oh, okay. And he has a certain look to his games as well, which he's kind of picked up. But it's less bright. It's very dark and kind of, because it's all set in this, like, everything's ended. The world has ended.
Okay.
So the basic idea is that they give you a little bit of a start, and what happens is the Allfather has disappeared and left 12 children behind. This is how it starts off. You go, okay. And then the children decide to start fighting and tricking each other and killing each other, and they destroy the whole world. You go, oh, okay, this doesn't sound great, but it explains why everything's a bit dark and sus. And then you pop into an orphanage. And I'm like, I don't understand the bit from going from the children to an orphanage. I don't really understand that bit. Because all the kids are just kids in an orphanage, not like dark. It's really confusing. So what happens is this woman with white hair appears, long white hair, disappears off because I'm going to the shops or something. I don't know what she says, but she says I'm going out. So the kids decided to break into her room, which she left the door open for, put on a mask. One of the kids like goes, oh, you should put this mask on. Yeah, go on. This is really cool. Yeah, okay, I'm going to do it. Kind of egg on this kid. Then he puts the mask on. What's his name? Ogden. Puts on mask, changes into a monster.
Okay.
That's you. And then the woman comes back and goes, I'm really unhappy you did that, but I'm going to help you anyway. And then kind of gives him some strength and powers and stuff. It's like such a weird kind of story.
I'm pretty miffed you put my mask on.
I know, this is what she's like. She's really angry, but I'm going to help you anyway. It was literally what she said. I was like, okay, that's really weird.
Oh, that's amazing.
And then it jumps into your standard platforming thing, jumping around. One thing I noticed with the controls is you press B to heal yourself. If you kill 10 creatures, you get a heal. And you press left button to dodge. So
Left button?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes. So I was like, oh yeah, this is not. So I'm in the middle of a battle, pressing B to block, dodge, because that's what B is but dodge or duck out of the way, and heal myself. I'm like, didn't really want to waste my heal at the moment, but okay, great, that was awesome. And then it's like if you crouch down and press B, it spits an attack.
Interesting.
It's just like, how could you do this with these controls? They're so confusing. And X is normal attack, which X is fine. X is hammer X, and that does like a little attack. If you crouch down and press X, it does a big attack. And the crouching down is such a movement, though. It kind of makes you kind of not very fluid. So I don't know what he did. I don't know where he got the controls from. I don't know how he made these controls up, but I think he did it wrong. To be honest, left button to duck is really confusing. The amount of times I just got hit because I was pressing B to duck and going. Because I've been playing Harry Potter and B's dodge. Because B's dodge in every game ever.
He has dodged in every game ever.
except the guys, because the guys decided that he's not going to do that.
That's
so that's my biggest criticism of the game, is the controls are different.
Do you think maybe when he was making it, his keyboard was missing a few buttons?
What do you think?
And
Yeah,
so he's
just
like,
oh, B's next to that B for heal?
yep.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool.
Xbox
So
controller's just on the blink.
yeah, maybe he had a
Only like
PlayStation
3
controller and
buttons
was
to work
like
on it.
using. I don't know what PlayStations. Maybe that's different or something. But yeah, it was kind of confusing. So then you get your first boss guy. So this is another problem with the game: the boss guys. So you're kind of going along. You're not killing stuff quite easily, and you're dodging, and it's fine. You get the boss guy. It's a big like Loch Ness monster thing, and what it does is it spits acid at you or whacks you with its head, like its head comes down. So I gave it like half a dozen goes, and I kept dying. I was like, okay, this is just ridiculous. Because I've been doing really well up until this point, not dying. And then I died a few times with this stupid monster. So I thought, right, I'm going to have to go and find out how to get past this monster. In your typical... Is it Rekaleka? I don't know, but Rekalea games? I don't know how to actually pronounce it.
Reticulata?
I've always pronounced it Retallica,
Oh,
but actually,
Well, it's spelled.
is it R-A-T?
Let me look how it's spelled. Got it here. It's R-A-T-A, Rata, L-I-L-A-I-K, K-A.
Retallica,
Retallica.
I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Retallica. So this is typical Retallica games. You kind of get so far and you get to a boss and then they just want to kill you, don't they? Like it's just, that's kind of, I feel like I've had this before with these games. You almost get to like 80% of the game and then it just gets really, really hard all of a sudden. So what I discovered was that if you stand next to the Loch Ness Monster guy, every time he attacks you, jump, and then he can't hit you. So you literally stand there jumping, hitting him once, then he jumping, and it's just like a really monotonous thing. It takes like 5 minutes of just jumping, hitting, jumping, hitting, jumping, hitting. It's like, I know, yes. And then the next boss came along, and that boss you have to jump over. So he runs at you 3 times, he jumps, and you jump over him, and then he runs back, you jump over him, then he runs back and jumps, and then he stands in the corner, then you whack him, and then he does it again. Like, wow, okay.
Oh, word.
Yeah, so that was one of the issues of this game, is it's just a bit... I did manage to get 6 out of the 11 achievements playing this game, though, in like
Okay.
half an hour or so. It's 35-minute completion, supposedly, in this game. If you follow the
Interesting.
If
video.
you're good at pressing, left button to
Yeah,
dodge
if you
and-
like repetitive actions against bosses, then this is your game.
Right. Perfect sense.
But I thought it was a really cool looking game, though. I really enjoyed the feeling of the game. Just disappointed about the stupid boss battles. Yeah,
And
that's
the
it.
controls.
The controls are
So-
so weird.
What other Retallica games have you played? Have you played a few?
I think so, yeah. I feel like I played ones that are really easy. Ones
Yeah.
that you basically turn up and get 1,000 points, and then they bring an update, which basically means you log in and get another 1,000 points. I'm sure that's what.
Oh, yes.
That's my normal kind of Retallica game. So yeah. Whereas this one, I've played other ones. I'm sure that like this, easy 1,000 points, but you actually you get stuck somewhere, or something just gets really hard all of a sudden because they just it's not balanced very well, or because this would have been better if the first boss wasn't as hard. It was slightly harder. A boss will make it harder, but not like it kills you in 2 hits kind of hard. Is basically where he's at. Yeah. And there's no. I watched the video out of curiosity and was like, this is literally how you do it. You go to this boss here, you jump up and down lots of times. Then you go to the next boss, you jump over him a few times, and then kind of follow the story. Yeah, you're a monster. You're playing a monster as a kid, basically.
Oh yeah. So apart from that, is the story good? Like,
Well, I got to the second boss. You do go back to the orphanage, and all the kids are treating you kind of normally, even though you're a monster. It's a really weird story. It's a very strange story.
yeah, that's very odd indeed.
Really strange, yeah. And what you do is when you kill stuff, you pick up these eyes. And these eyes, when you get I got to like 250. When you get 800 eyes, you can spend it on upgrades for your character. I discovered.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's also these amulets that you pick up as well. And I found out one of the amulets I picked up, and that was the one that could make me spit. That was what this amulet power was. So there's a whole bunch of stuff you can pick up.
Yeah.
And the eyes is all to do with the All-Father, because that was Odin, who had one eye missing. And I think there's some sort of link there.
Ah, yep.
Yeah, he's all about the eye, that guy.
Oh, there's an eye in Odin.
There is. Yes.
Only one though.
Only one, though.
Well, you
yeah.
could take it out and no one would really notice.
Then he'd be Odin.
Mm.
No, I don't know. I think we should walk away from this conversation. So, yes, go and read my review, please.
Yes. You've got it up on Twitter, right?
It's on Twitter. Yeah, it's on Twitter. Yep. It's on Twitter.
Otherwise, what's the name of the website?
It's Netizen, Netizenz .io.
Netizens.
Netizens.io. There's a few good reviews. I've done 2 now on the website, which is awesome.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. Very exciting. So that's my game. And I also played Hot Wheels. I don't know if anyone else saw any games.
No,
I felt
more
like a
from me.
driving guard game today. I felt like sitting down and doing some driving.
Ah, yeah, after your drive to Taupo on the weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. A bit of like turn off, listen to a podcast, do some driving.
Yep.
It's all right, Hot Wheels. I find the time trials are really difficult though. Because you kind of have like 2 levels. You have like I've passed the race level. So the one I was doing today was 118 was the pass the race to get all the I'm really good is 113. But the races, they basically try and kill you the whole time because there's always something that's trying to knock you off the race. So there's sort of like spiders and there's all these things on the track trying to kill you all the time. So my first run, I'd done like 18.2. I thought, well, that's pretty good. Next time it was 124. Then it was 120. I was like, because I kept getting hit by something every time I was going around. They just seem to be too hard. Like there's this kind of like weird. You almost have to do a perfect run to get the time.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't really make any mistakes. You make a mistake, you're done. Like there's nothing left. And one of them was like a 2.5 minute race. I was like, oh no. When I saw the time, I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. No mistakes for 2.5 minutes. And I think I managed to do it with like a second under or something, first run. So I was like, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's all right. It's fine. It's a fun little game. I think it's quite good multiplayer, would be quite fun, just knocking each other off the races.
Yeah, for sure. This is on Game Pass, hey?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, after I bought it. Yep.
We thank you for your sacrifice.
Exactly. Yeah. I bought it and a bunch of DLC, and then it all appeared on Game Pass. And Game Pass. I was like, oh, great.
Oh, that's awesome. We
So
do
there's a
like
whole-
it when it happens.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of easy achievements in it, like upgrade a certain car. Gives you an achievement. So next month I'm like, oh, this is cool. I'm going to go through and pick up these all really easy achievements. Because I've got tons of, you pick up these gears when you do races and use the gears to upgrade cars. And there's a bunch of achievements upgrading the cars. I'm like, oh, I can do this because I've already got the gears. I just need to go through and pick up all the achievements. Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be your sneaky game to get
This is going to be
TA.
my, I just need to log in and do some stuff game. Yes.
Ah, I see.
Yes.
Okay.
I noticed that
You're
too.
giving
That's
away
handy.
you're giving away your strategy here.
That's right. Yeah, well, I've got 10 days. Haven't I? 10 days to get 100k. That's my target, wasn't it?
Yeah, that is your target. It's going to be interesting.
Could break me, but we'll see.
Well, go ahead, go do it, and then I'll just come behind you and just play what you've played.
Oh, yeah, but there's time.
Yeah, but that's easy.
Oh, time's easy. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have.
Because you
an
never do
entire
anything. You're not living
Saturday.
in Melbourne with stuff to do, are you? So, yeah, it's all right. It's fine.
No, I mean, there's nothing ever happening here.
Yep, no family,
No family.
no parents.
No random concerts to go to.
Yeah, no footy games on or anything.
No footy
at
games
all.
on. Oh, yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, cool.
That'll be fun.
You live in boring
I'll
Napier.
play-
Nothing happens in Napier. We get rain and floods, and that's kind of it. So you have no choice.
I see. Well, yeah, the challenge has been laid. I will try. You go. You get your 100k in 10 days, and
Okay.
I'll come behind you, and I'll just go, yeah, tick, 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 tick. Plus my whatever I'm planning on this
Okay.
April.
I'm excited.
We'll see how it goes.
Oh, that Rakalaki game's $5. Rakalaki game's $5 as well.
Oh yeah, they aren't expensive ever, and then they
No,
go
they're
on
never
sale
expensive.
for $2.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah. So it's probably worth picking up for an easy 1,000. It's 35 minutes. That's how long the video is. That tells you how to complete it. So
It's ridiculous. Just get your head around the really bad controls.
weird controls, weird ass controls. Yeah,
And
that's it. That's all I played.
oh, you're getting back to playing all the games again.
I'm trying to get back into it. Yeah, now Hogwarts
now
is
that
nearly
Harry Potter's
finished.
finishing.
Yeah, I've still got a few achievements to get there, but they're a bit annoying, time-consuming ones. So.
Oh yeah, so that'll happen after April.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Although it could be a good
Yeah.
break to jump in there and just do a quick kind of quick half an hour of picking up stuff, just to have a break from playing rubbish games.
Yeah, April, the month of rubbish games.
Yeah, the baby games. Yeah.
I
Don't-
look forward to comparing your and Kyle's ratio because last year Kyle's ratio was lower
It was
than yours.
atrocious, wasn't it? Yeah.
I get the feeling the tables will turn
I
this
will
year.
see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. My ratio might be actually good this year. I've got something planned. Ah.
Okay.
So do I.
Everyone just is like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Kyle stays silent.
Oh well, not much I can do.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I can only play for myself. I can't play for you guys. I don't know what you're expecting me to do.
Do your best, my love.
Thanks, Simone.
You're on my team, so
You
we're
got it.
we're in this together actually, which is interesting because usually usually it was Kyle versus Lee, and it still is, but this time I get to help you beat Lee.
Yep. But
Oh,
this
true.
time we've got some achievement hunters on our side.
Yeah, we do.
That's going to help the Australia team.
Well, they can't rely on you to do it, can they? So.
No, it's all down to them. They rely on us for our steps. We rely on them for everything else.
Yeah. I need to get Matt on board, don't I? Come on, Matt.
Yeah. You need to convince him. He hasn't signed up yet.
No, I don't always play that.
So,
No, well, we don't have any hog people this year.
yeah, you need to leave what's going on.
Maybe I should guest on their show and talk them into it or something.
Yes, you should. Just arrive.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Just be like,
Well-
oh, yeah, the link still works, doesn't it? And just barge
Just
into
jump in. Yes.
I think we'll be okay. We have 16 participants, which is about 10 more than last year.
But wait, I want to know how many Kiwi participants there are. I don't care about the rest of them.
Okay, give me a moment. Let me bring this up.
Because that's the important number.
Kiwis have the most.
Quality, though? Not quantity, maybe. That's a problem.
Speak. Well, we'll let the numbers decide, shall we?
Okay.
Let me just give me a moment while Power BI powers up.
and we can see what's going on. But while we wait for that to happen, if you're listening to the podcast, head over to www.thexboxcast.co.nz and have a look at the shiny new menu. We have a link to the April Achievement Challenge page, which is now live for your consumption.
Oh, look at that.
So it is up and it is ready to go, everyone. So if you haven't signed up yet, there's a nice little link to sign up. It tells you all about us. It tells you what the achievement challenge is about. And as we said, the leaderboard, that's still a work in progress. That's going to be done hopefully by April when it starts. You'll be able to click on your name and see what the heck you need to do to beat someone. And you also get a nice list of everyone else who's competing.
I'm excited. Okay, I've got the stats up here.
Okay.
So New Zealand has the most participants with 5.
Okay.
And Australia and the US both have 4.
That's a lot of US.
Slovakia.
Actually.
Sorry?
That's a lot of US. It's unexpected.
It is. It is quite exciting. Who does the US consist of? Scarred for Life, Logic Dad, who would have been representing Japan last year if he had joined. Oh no, he did join actually, but we didn't have the countries. Diabolic Jester and Kingsman.
Who's McGibbon?
McGibbon. He's our newcomer from the UK.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Mark B. Oh, okay.
And then we have Mark B from the UK. So we have two participants for England.
So McGibbon is actually 186.
186?
Yes, 186, the other English guy.
No, it's not.
Ah, so there's 3 English people.
No, 186 has not signed up.
What? Why have you not signed up for 186? Come on,
That's
bro.
right.
Yeah, 186 is not signed up, and we're trying to convince him to sign up. This is nonsense. He comes and he joins our streams, and he thinks he can just get by without signing up for the April Achievement
This
Challenge.
is not good enough.
Not good enough. Come on, guys.
Come on, bro, sign up.
What are you doing?
Actually, no, because that means English have a lot more people.
That's
Well-
right. So, you decide, Kyle. I'm pretty happy where we are. We have a lot of new people.
Yes, there's a lot of new people, and it's
So-
going to be really good to see everyone jump on and start earning achievements. The competition
Fantastic.
Yes, this year.
Absolutely. And it's going to be interesting. There's no way to predict what it's going to be like because we have so many newbies.
Yep.
We don't know their gaming style. We don't know how much they walk or don't walk.
Yep.
Don't forget that last year Michael KV won, but we weren't counting ratio.
Ah, yes.
And so he plays a lot of baby games. His strategy may change this year.
Yep.
So,
Gauntlet's laid, Michael. The gauntlet's laid. You can't play baby games.
well, I mean, by all means, Slovakia, go for it.
So yes, check out the website. The dashboard is there. We're still working on it, making it nice and pretty for you guys. We do have the rules. We've got a little blurb. We've got what we're counting. Let us know what you think.
Yes, let us know what you think. Now, the graphs that is up there, that's using Google Looker Studio, but we are trying to go back to Power BI because I just found it too difficult to learn.
Yeah, Google's a bit strange that way.
Yes. Now, Looker is it's not directly Google, but Google is the parent company.
Mm.
There's also Google Data Studio, and I thought they were the same thing.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm not going to learn another piece of software in 4 days.
3 days, yeah.
Yeah, no, fair enough. So yes, check out the link if you haven't signed up. Remember, guys, we are running this competition mainly through Discord, and we are going to be talking smack in Discord. We're going to be sending gifts in Discord. Most of the fun is going to be telling people off in Discord.
That's right. And on the podcast when they can't chat back.
Yeah, exactly. Where they can't clap back, we'll be clapping for them. But with that exciting news, I think it is time for us to go get some cake and celebrate the fact that April Achievement Challenge starts on Saturday.
That's right. Just around the corner.
I know, so quick. So, we've been the XboxCast, and this has been Game Face. Remember, guys, check out our website, join our Discord, follow us on Twitter, all that fun stuff. If you can't find any links, check out our blurbs in our podcasts. We do put the links in there, so you can follow the podcast, you can follow us. But if you don't want to look at the links, if you don't want to read the blurbs, if you don't want to click buttons and you want to rather type stuff in like all old school like, Lee, where can they find you?
I am Lee Howard on Xbox, and Lee Howard on Twitter, and Lee Howard25 on Twitch.
And Lee Howard on Kick.
Lee Howard on Kick as well, which I have yet to do stuff with, but yeah.
Don't forget that we are streaming the podcast on Kick. So we are streaming on Kick and YouTube. And we're trying to get some excitement going for Kick because it is new and exciting.
New and exciting. Yep.
And Simone.
I am Jim Bean NZ on Xbox and Twitter.
And you can find me at Zarkras on Xbox and Twitter. And I believe that that's it. So thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for everyone who's been watching the live stream. Thanks to everyone who's signed up for the April Achievement Challenge already. We look forward to the competition in a couple of days. So from all of us at the XboxCast, goodbye and good night.
All right. I'm going to try my hand at, I believe it's called hosting on Kick.
Cool.
It's on the main. I've got it as host. Yes, correct. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a button.
So there's not a lot of diversity when it comes to what people are playing. Oh, House Flipper. Hang on. Here we go. What would you rather watch, Destiny 2 or House Flipper?
Oh, Destiny 2 is always fun.
All right. Right. Give me some time.
Before you do it, though, have you seen the video that Emily dropped into Game Face?
Which video is that?
There's a video. If you go to Game Face at the very bottom, there's a YouTube video she dropped in.
Ooh, okay.
It's funny. So when I took my little break, when I actually got, I didn't get a charge for my phone. My phone was dying. That's why I went and got.
Oh, I wondered where you left. I thought someone was at your door offering you pizza or something.
Bringing random pizzas.
Well, I mean, that's the only excuse to get up and leave during the podcast.
That's right. My buttons are about to go dead.
Oh, no.
If you watch the
I
video,
may not have permissions. Oh, no, hang on. Slow unban. I can change the title and I can ban and unban people. I can add moderators and clear the chat. What options do you get when you use /?
Well, I can click on host and then I can transfer videos to somebody. So if you tell me the name, I can just type in.
There we go.
Superior. Oh. It doesn't work anymore. 1 second, let me just refresh the page. I think it broke, so I didn't actually send it. 1 second. Oh, that's my voice.
Also, everyone who's still hanging out with us, check out our Discord. The link to our page is there. April Achievement Challenge page.
I'm going to boost you over. Goodbye, everybody.
Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, we have 9 followers now. We had 8 before.
Yeah, some random followers.
We need to come up with a name for our community apart from just the strange kids.
No, I think it suits them, though.
Welcome to the strange kids.
Where are we going?
Oh, preparing to host Superior. How exciting. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. And we're gone.
Goodbye, YouTube.